Albert Einstein's name is practically synonymous with the concept of genius, and for a good reason. Einstein was not only someone who revolutionized our understanding of the universe, he was also a man with great insights and a keen eye for human nature. Let's have a look at the top 7 life-changing thoughts of one of the smartest men of all time. Trust your imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress, giving birth to evolution. Einstein reminds us of the importance of having an open mind and being able to imagine and innovate. His own theory is something that went against the commonly accepted knowledge of the time, but he was able to expand our knowledge and understanding. Consider how much you let yourself think outside of the box. Do you allow yourself to dream impossible dreams and imagine impossible things? If you don't, consider what you can do to set your mind free and give yourself a bit of time to daydream and let your mind go where it will. Never let your curiosity die. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. One cannot help but be in awe when he contemplates the mysteries of eternity, of life, of the marvelous structure of reality. As children, we are all full of curiosity and interest for the outside world. We never stop asking questions until we grow up, and suddenly this well of wonder seems to dry. Einstein wants us to rekindle the flame of curiosity and keep our minds sharp. We need to ask questions about the world around us. How? Why? What? By being curious, it's possible to challenge our preconceived notions of what life is supposed to be and bring change into the world. Mistakes leads to invention. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Making mistakes seems like a negative, but in reality, it's a necessity. If we don't make mistakes, we are not making progress. It means we are staying with something we already know instead of learning something new or creating something novel. Making mistakes might feel like a failure, but instead, it is a sign that we are growing and experimenting. So how many mistakes have you made lately? Perhaps it's time to increase that number. Dare to be different. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. That's the definition of insanity, according to Einstein. It sounds very obvious, and yet in practice, we often let ourselves believe that this time things will be different. This time, our partner will act differently. This time, we will finally be able to change that bad habit. However, it never ceases to surprise us when this doesn't happen. Try to be different this time. Try out a new approach of solving a problem. Try out new ways of doing things. Try looking at things from a different perspective. Maybe this time the results will surprise you. Take your control back. Unthinking respect for authority is the greatest enemy of truth. It can be very tempting to let others do the thinking for us. Maybe our parents, our leaders, or the bloggers we follow online do know better, but we should never accept what they say at face value. We need to think critically and evaluate everything we hear before we take it to be true. Thinking for ourselves will help us live a life that's authentically ours. Otherwise, we will be living a life that is handled by others. Don't let others put you down. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. When you try something new and dare to be different, you are likely to encounter some resistance from the people around you. They might tell you to stop, to give up, that it's worthless. But ultimately, it's important to remember that people will often try to make you give up because they have given up themselves or because they mean to keep you compliant for their own sake. Don't let others put down your ideas and crush your spirit. Be yourself. I believe in standardizing automobiles. I do not believe in standardizing human beings. We are all different, and finding the most authentic way in which you can be you is the best thing to accomplish in life. You might not fit the expectations others have or the way others live, and that's fine. Just be yourself. Let people see the real, imperfect, flawed, beautiful, magical person that you are. Allow yourself to be you in a genuine way, and things will begin to fall into place. These thoughts of Albert Einstein will definitely change your way of living a life.